All right, everybody. Welcome again to another episode of Mass Debate. How we doing, guys?
Feeling it, man. Feeling it.
I don't know, man. You're feeling it was not feeling it.
So, you guys want to hear something kind of shitty? Just yesterday, I got 4 fillings.
4?
Jesus.
4 fillings. And it wasn't because I had cavities. It's because I've grinded my fucking teeth so damn much down that it, like, worked its way to, you know, the quick, whatever the shit is that
Good
called
God.
or whatever.
You like grinding your teeth and your fucking sleep
yeah,
or
you're
something?
doing it
What's
at
your
night or
anxiety?
during the day?
So.
Shit.
I guess so. And, you know, here, I've really only gone to one dentist since I was 14. Dr. Jerome, one dentist.
Dr. Jerome?
Dr. Jerome. Even when I lived out of state, I would like come home when I visited my parents
And have
and
your
I'd go to
dentistry
the
done.
dentist when I came home to visit. Still, yeah, never. But for, you know, this though situation, no Dr. Jerome, he was out sick. So
you let some stranger put their
Dr.
fucking
Ma,
hand...
Dr. Ma.
Dr.
and-
Mom?
Ma.
Ma.
And the dude, I mean, he's like 27.
Oh, he's a new dentist.
Doctor- Yeah.
Jesus.
So I'm trying to hype myself up. I'm getting all like, okay, he's a young guy, but, you know, he knows the cutting edge technology and methods.
What were you basing that on?
You know,
Did you ask him questions and
no,
shit?
I'm just telling
or just
myself.
his age?
Just assuming that
I'm
since
just-
he's fresh
being
out
I'm
of
fresh
school.
out of school.
Being
Yeah.
ageist, yeah.
Ageist? What the hell are you talking about?
No, I'm
What?
sorry. I'm sorry.
What
No,
old
I was
people
just-
can't keep up with the new things there, Craig, huh? Is that what you're saying?
I'm just trying to hype myself up as to how this person, you know, is qualified, and instead of his lack of experience. You know, the older folk have have that experience.
Lack of the berry is sweeter the juice.
His
Yeah,
theory
that's
is
That's
sharp,
right.
but his practical is not there.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so I have Dr. Mahaduma, and he did a great job. I'm glad I trusted him. The one thing, though, when I was a young man, I was, 20-ish, 21, came back and I did some shrooms one time. Probably with you, honestly, Kirk.
Yeah.
It's probably with you.
I would
Came
say
back,
that
did
as
some shrooms, and the next day I had a dentist appointment. And I was getting a cavity
That's a
filled.
fucking bad
You had to
choice.
go
That
see
was
the
a
dentist
bad choice, yes,
on
wasn't
a
it?
fucking shrooms hangover.
Basically, yeah. So I went to the dentist, and he was doing a filling
I already know where this is going.
and didn't give me enough Novocaine.
Ew.
Oh.
And
I didn't know where that was going. That's
when
fucked.
you're, for some reason it takes a lot of Novocaine to like really numb my shit up there. And
He's an avid Novocaine user. It's the
And,
tolerance
I'm-
issue.
That's right.
I'm trying
The
to be
70s
like
were a wild
this.
time.
Uses them on his
70s,
ball
yeah.
sack. It's very weird.
What? Do you always have
Whoa.
to talk about my balls? Come on, man. Come on.
Only that
Always
you
with the
numb
balls
them with
this guy.
Novocaine.
I know you want to just get up there and like let them dangle on your nose and tickle
Truck
the
nuts,
lips.
they
Whoa,
call that
man,
truck
that might
nuts.
be
You
your
want truck
fantasy,
nuts,
but we're on
all
different
up on
pages
you,
here.
but
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so let me get back to my story. Thank you. And so I end up tripping the night before, and he doesn't give me enough Novocaine. Well, I'm, a young man, and I'm like, I'm going to tough it out. Because that's what you do. That's your mind. That's the stupid
bravado of it.
mindset of a man is like, I got this, bro. And, but that was the stupidest thing I've ever done in my life. And so since then, anytime there's like anything like that, sweat and my breath, like I'm just like, it just brings it all
Triggers.
back. And I got this young man doing it, Dr. Ma, who did a fantastic job. To be honest, he did a good job. But I was a little freaked out sometimes. So.
Had a little bit of that PTSD from the previous experience.
Yeah. Did you feel like you were tripping again? Did it bring it back? Did it flood it back?
It
Sometimes I
didn't.
get
No, it
acid flashbacks.
Yeah, the shrooms doesn't do that, though.
I read
Well, I've done
the
so much
the
of
light
both.
brand about 1 million times,
Yeah.
because they got the light that comes down, and read that about 1 million times, and I focused on my breath. Actually, I was like, just breathe, just focus on breathing, because sometimes I forget to breathe. It's like I'll realize I'm holding my breath. I'm like, what am I doing?
Sounds
Just
like
let
you
this
got
guy
a lot of like
drill into your fucking mouth,
proving
drill
shit
into
to
your
yourself.
approving shit to myself. What do you mean
Yeah.
by that?
Well, like was all the way back when you probably fought through not having enough Novocaine. Because
Right.
who were you trying to impress? There was nobody there to impress. It was you. You said, man, just get through it, buddy. You got this.
It was a self-test.
And it was a bad choice. We've
It was
all
a
been
bad
there.
choice.
You know.
Yeah.
But then now
You had to prove
yet
it.
again, I don't know what I was thinking. with that one. But
I
yeah.
don't really either, but all I know is this whole conversation, I realized how disgusting it is that this dude wants truck nuts on his face.
I mean, that was an interesting...
Where did truck nuts come into it?
That's what you didn't hear that discussion? Were you not in the room?
He was salivating.
I was gonna you want me to dip my balls on your nose and tickle your, beard whiskers with them.
I mean, you asked it with your eyes more than your mouth.
Pretty much. And, well, his mouth a little bit too, just not so much words.
True.
And this dude referred to that as truck nut, or truck
that's
nuts.
the
It
bit of
reminded me
information,
of the way that he was describing his nuts on your nose.
Reminded you of the truck nuts.
Right. Had he gone below, it would have reminded me more of a turkey, and I would have called you the gobbler.
Gobble, gobble, bitch.
Right. Gobble, gobble.
On that note, it's time to go hard.
Oh! All right.
Man, that music gets me every time. Tense.
And it is the sign that it is time to mass debate.
Okay.
All right,
we came here for.
Yes, it is.
I think I'm going to do this whole debate in a southern accent.
Southern accent.
That's an interesting choice.
It's easier to pull off if you have a sweet tea.
Sweet tea.
Let's hope the debate matches my demeanor.
We'll see how that luck holds. So, as usual, on Mass Debate, beforehand, we rolled, and the roll determined that Kraig gets to choose first on time or topic.
Yeah.
Hooray! Hurrah!
And so, tonight's category is wildlife hypotheticals.
Wildlife hypotheticals.
Wildlife
Ooh, this is probably a
hypotheticals.
fight. This is probably a fight.
Could be. Could be.
That's my
Distinct
assumption.
possibility.
Yeah,
It's definitely a beast fight.
Guess.
It's a beast fight.
It's a
Or maybe
beast
just a marmot fight. I don't know. Could be
Oh,
something
yeah.
small.
Still a
Could be.
beast.
Yeah, beast in their own world, right?
Right, exactly.
All right, so you, as we established, rolled and won. So, which do you prefer? Do you want to do topic or do you want to do time?
I did topic the last time I was in this situation, so I'm gonna pick time.
Oh, he's
Bob.
going time. All right. Are you guys ready to hear your hint words?
Yes, sir.
Bring it.
They are attack or defense.
Attack or defense? Oh, what you picking there?
Yes,
Tough
Kirk
guy.
is
Don't you pick
choose.
first?
No,
I pick
he's
time.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
you do pick first or last. First,
Oh,
and
I
then he
do pick
picks the
first or
topic.
last first. I'll go first.
All right, he's
You're gonna
going
go
first.
first?
All right, he wants to go out
Yeah.
the gate. Try to bust you up early. All right, man. What's he going to go with? Attack or defense?
I'm going for attack.
Going for attack. Okay. So, who would win in a fight? An orangutan with a machete or a tiger in full body armor?
And so I'm tiger with full
Body armor.
and he's orangutan with a what?
Machete.
With a machete.
Okay.
And your time starts now.
Oh my God, this is so easy. This is absolutely the easiest argument I think I'll ever have to make, because clearly a tiger would destroy a orangutan. If you know anything about the apes, the great apes in particular, you will know that there is no gentler ape than the orangutan. It's orange, beautiful hair. It just sits and eats bananas and shits. That's all it does. Picks fleas. He's like, just picks fleas from its partner. Oh, give me that flea. Now, a tiger is fierce in nature, as is. If you give it body armor, holy shit. You can't, they make movies about killing tigers and stuff because they're man-eaters. There's man-eaters that have killed hundreds of people. Legit. Hundreds of people. You give that a dude a body armor to go up against some basically like hippie ape that's fucking sitting there playing in the weeds like with a machete. Wouldn't even know what to do. Probably be licking the machete and stuff, like looking at itself and reflected and against the blade and things like that. And then, they got the armor. It's not piercing that armor. What's a machete gonna do against armor? Please. Come on, son. You got nothing. You got jack shit, kind of like your fucking
That's your
life.
time. Cease your arguments.
That was a little harsh. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get
No,
that
that's
harsh.
all
That was-
right.
Man, he's talking.
that was- wow,
he
I got
went,
really kind of...
He went at
My
it.
bad.
All right, sir.
That's all right. I'm gonna, we'll see how this goes.
Well, let's see what your argument is, starting now.
Folks, I'm gonna be able to lay out some personal stories about my opponent here, Mr. Sharlin, from his real life that are win my argument for me. We'll get to that later, but let me just say, orangutan means fucking business, man. And if you put a machete in its hands, this is a deadly animal, okay? This is a fucking member of the ape family, which means it's right up there. It's like gorillas, chimpanzees, orangutan. You think orangutans are just the fucking cuddly little cousin of these fucking monsters that'll rip your fucking face off? No, they're the slick fucking underdogs. They're the ones that are kind of putting on a fucking show. They're fucking with your mind. They're making you think they're adorable. They got the dumb face like fuck up a bucky. And the wispy hair and the big fucking ears. And you're going, this is fucking adorable. And then you come up on him and give him a hug. And all of a sudden, this motherfucker has a machete. Now, I know what you're saying. That's me. I'm a human. This is a tiger with a fucking full body armor. So all I can say is it's also a cat. And a cat is fucking dumb. All you gotta do is fuck with it with a laser pointer, and you got its attention, and you come up and you stab it in the fucking eye.
Cease your argument, sir. All right, guys, that was a nice little opening argument there. You made some interesting points. Kirk, I mean, you might have attacked his animal a little bit sooner. You got into it in the last about 10 seconds there, but okay. All right, next we're moving on to our balls to the walls question and answer. Kraig, you went first.
I did.
Kirk, you are going to question and answer first this round. You have 3 minutes, and those 3 minutes are starting now.
Kraig, do you remember when you were younger and you were walking around a certain amusement park and you saw a gentleman who was missing his nose?
I did, yeah, I remember that.
What was your reaction?
Terrifying. It was absolutely terrifying, sir.
And you eventually, some years later, saw the same gentleman on a documentary. Fate would have it that you turned on the TV and saw this documentary.
It was like in my 30s, yeah.
And what had happened to this gentleman?
So he had been attacked by a chimp. Someone had released a chimp into the wild in Orlando, Florida, and I saw him as like a 13-year-old boy at Universal Studios. And I was even with some friends. They did not see this guy, but he had no nose. It was just a cavity there instead of a nose. It's fucking horrific to see as a young child.
Traumatized you.
It was traumatizing.
And that stayed with you, didn't it?
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Now, chimpanzee, that's a member of the ape family, no?
Yeah, you're damn right it is.
What about an orangutan?
Well, wait a second, buddy. Wait a second. Orangutan is a member of the ape family.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that they can do anything. We're talking about chimps, pal. Not no damn orangutan.
Again, I've already told you, orangutans are playing fucking 3D chess, bitch. They're on a fucking different level. These guys are thinking fourth dimensionally, and they're fucking with your head. Now, think about the fact you have cats, do you not?
I have 4 cats.
You have 4 cats. Sounds like a lonely individual, folks. But let's see what he has to say about this.
They will destroy things.
Have you ever been able to, like, get their attention very easily with something? Just doesn't take much. Maybe a little thing that they play with and they tap it around in their hands, or maybe a laser pointer. You ever use anything like that?
Their day is not really occupied by much, so yeah, I could get their attention with things. That's what you're applying.
So you would say, maybe a tiger is a big cat, and maybe the same rules would apply.
Typically shiny things like a machete would probably attract a cat.
Well, that's what? No. That's,
like the
that's
sun
hearsay.
Reflecting off of the machete.
That's not a question.
I think would, he's right, it's not a question, but the sun reflecting off the machete probably be like, ooh, let me get that, and then bite the fucking orangutan's arm and rip it off.
But listen, I think we've already agreed.
Like in fucking...
Gladiator or something?
Yeah, Gladiator. Sure.
But listen, I think we've already agreed that the monkey or the ape is playing fucking a different level of mind shit, all right?
Was that a question?
Yeah. When do you get off?
That's your time. You can answer or not.
I get off. Fucking in my life.
Fair. I guess that's an answer. Okay. All right. Are you ready, sir?
I'm ready.
Your 3 minutes of questions starts now.
Tell me, Kirk, have you ever seen the movie or franchise, any movie in the franchise Planet of the Apes?
I have.
And are you familiar with the orangutan role in that movie?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, what happened to the orangutan?
The orangutan?
The main orangutan.
The orangutan that was in that particular story, he was a scientist.
He was a scientist, you're right. And what was his particular role in the hierarchy of things?
I don't know.
Who was he to Caesar? Do you remember fucking Caesar, big guy?
He was his great uncle.
Yeah, what was
I don't
Caesar?
fucking know what he was to Caesar. Are you talking about the new
He was
Planet
an
of the
advisor.
Apes?
He was an advisor.
Or the old Planet of the Apes?
Any of the 3 franchises. Either any of the 3 franchises.
Okay.
I'm talking Mark
So
Wahlberg. Go back to
he's an
fucking
advisor?
Mark Wahlberg
Okay, go ahead.
franchise.
Yeah, what
if
is
you
your
want.
question? He's an advisor.
So he's an advisor to who is his advisor? Do you remember?
No.
Who is he the advisor to? To Caesar, the leader, right? Do you remember
okay,
the leader?
sure. I'm going to take your word for this.
What was the breed? What was the type of ape of Caesar?
Chimpanzee.
Oh, you're right. It was a chimpanzee. So you're telling me the scientist guy who's an advisor who never attacks a soul, never lifts a weapon, doesn't know what to do with it, is suddenly going to defeat a mighty tiger man killer that's killed 600 people and now has a coat of armor?
I don't
who's
think we
attracted
established that it
by
killed
the
600
fucking-
people. But
I've established that. We're talking about the top of the fucking class here, buddy.
you're talking to the
Cream of the
moderator
crop.
that asked the
So
question.
you're not asking questions. I am, pal.
No, I asked
so my
the
question to you is,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Hey,
All of that
that's
for
the
what
fairest
the fuck?
question you've
Okay.
asked so far.
Yeah, what the fuck, bro?
What I would say is, I think
what are you
it's
talking
I
about?
think it's really sad. There's 2 things to state here. First off, everything you know about orangutans and maybe even chimpanzees seems to come from fucking Hollywood, and that is
No, sir.
disappointing.
Have you ever been to the Cincinnati Zoo?
I have. Hold on, though. I got another point. I'm still answering your first question.
I'm reclaiming
Don't
my
rush.
time.
Don't rush the answer.
Reclaiming
I
my
would also-
time.
You asked
I
the
just wanna
question.
make
He
a
has the
point.
right to
Reclaiming
answer.
my time, moderator.
I don't recognize it. I'm the moderator.
I'm reclaiming my time.
You
Now
are
listen,
stereotyping orangutans. Is all
have
I'm
you ever
saying.
been to the Cincinnati Zoo? One
I
of the
have.
best zoos in the world. Would you not agree?
I would absolutely agree with that.
One of
yes.
the best, and one of their best exhibits is the Great Apes exhibit. Would you also not agree?
I think
That's
you're probably
time.
right.
That's time.
Yeah. Have you ever?
Hey,
Damn
time. Time.
That's bullshit.
Oh,
All right. Well, that was an interesting.
Filibuster,
That was a
motherfucker.
interesting questions and answers session. And now the time has come for me as the moderator to bestow the BPM spurt of brilliance. And in this match, I got to give it to Kraig, who
Oh yeah.
somehow managed to ask a 1 minute and 40-second what the fuck question. Bravo to you, sir.
Thank you for that.
Shoot up some
So
scenery.
how we feeling? Where do you feel on your how you feel on your argument? You think you got legs to stand on?
Well, yeah, absolutely. I don't think either one of us have done enough about bringing up the tiger in this situation. There's been a lot of orangutan
The
focus.
orangutan was definitely overly focused on.
Yeah,
Kraig,
so-
a rebuttal. This was your animal, and you fucking did
asked
not
if there's-
represent.
If it got any legs, I got 4 legs in this bitch. What do you
First
think of
time
that?
he mentions that fact, we'll interject. All right, well, gentlemen, it's time for closing arguments. Kraig, you're back to going first.
Yes.
Your time, 60 seconds, starts now.
This fucking guy wants to talk about the tiger. Let's talk about the tiger, pal. The tiger has natural claws, and as I said, a man-eater. Have you ever heard of an orangutan be referred to as a fucking man-eater? I don't think so. They're just little hippies swinging around. That's all they got. 4 claws, these things. They're designed to kill things. They go for the kill. They go for the throat. That orangutan's fucked, sir. What's he gonna do with a machete? But like I said, look at it and play with it. I also believe that a tiger has got a lot more weight than an orangutan, and the force behind those legs just charging and jumping at that thing would just disintegrate its poor little orange head. It'd be toast. That's all I'm saying. And you got nothing. You're also a fucking douchebag idiot.
All right, wrap it up. Wrap it up. All right, Kirk, your final 60 seconds begins now.
I think back to the story of David and Goliath. The underdog. That's what America's all about. And you need to understand that, yeah, is a fucking orangutan with a machete in a predicament when it goes up against a tiger in full body armor? Yeah. But I also know that it's the closest cousin to a human being. It's rational. It's really thinking things out. It's able to put a fucking plan together. It's able to wield a fucking machete. It's got opposable fucking thumbs. And this tiger's just some dumb big fucking cat. Just some regular cat. He's big. Okay, great. And what? He's got armor? Who gives a fuck? You're not covering up his eyes and his mouth, are you? So guess what? He's gonna get stabbed in the fucking eye or in the throat by a fucking orangutan going berserk with a machete.
That's your time.
You think He-Man rides a fucking
Hey,
orangutan or a fucking tiger?
Well,
Okay,
you ask
continue with
Orko
the debate
because he
The
is an
debate is
orangutan.
finished. I will say, though, one thing I think you did miss was that you didn't attack at all the fact that the tiger would probably be slowed down by said armor.
Yeah, I don't think that
You fucking idiot.
You missed it. You missed it.
the end of the day,
That's
I
my
still
one
think it's
critique.
about
That's
the
my main
outthinking,
thing.
but I get where you're coming from.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah. Do you still think you got legs?
I got 4 of them, baby.
We'll see.
He's toast.
Well, you know what? It's up to you folks out there to decide which one was right. Who do you think's going to win?
Why do you always end it so fucking quick?
This guy wants to stew on things.
I
a bit.
know.
You
We
want
had
to stew some more?
It was like 20 seconds. This dude barely said any words in the last fucking closing thing.
Well, he said his closing argument.
I did do that. No, I think it. I think it went well. I think it's hard to beat a tiger in full body armor.
So
it really
he
is.
admits He lost.
But
It's so
No,
obvious.
I believe in the orangutan. The orangutan is a thinker, man. It's like, dolphins and shit, how they're like really smart. Orangutans are like right up there with dolphins.
Yeah.
They do
They're
naturally.
the dolphin of the trees.
A
They do
dolphin
naturally
will
will, too.
violate you, but a orangutan really won't.
Orangutan will fuck you if it gets the
It
opportunity.
will not. They're just gentle
And
little
it might
beasts.
put something in your drink to make it happen.
Gentle
That's
giants,
how fucking
bro.
this fucking orangutans are perverts.
The
Oh, man,
gentle
the Rupee
giants.
angle. You should have played that earlier.
They're even called gentle
That's
giants.
true.
I think that's their nickname, gentle giant.
No, that's
And
the
you're
dumb
going up
fucking
against
cat. When I
Thundercat?
give him, I kick a big fucking ball of yarn in front
Thundercat's
of him.
fucking gonna destroy that shit.
Did you say Thundercats?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thundercat.
Well, listen, if you're just gonna pull some fucking bullshit cat character out of nowhere,
Yeah, we're
Well, and
let's-
also
what about the
impressive-
orangutan
and I got
character that's so
Curious
tough?
fucking George.
It also shows forethought that you sprung it after the argument was over.
Yeah, shows forethought.
I can't tell who's ripping on who anymore.
I think it's me ripping on him, and we agreed.
Yeah, that's what I thought just happened. But, okay. I like where this went.
Okay, you can end it.
I can
now.
end it
Yeah,
now.
let's kill this.
We got enough takes in. So it's up to you folks out there. So, hit those comment sections below. We really want to hear your thoughts. Who had it right? Is it going to be our red-haired beast with the machete, or is it going to be Kraig's He-Man mount? Which one's going to win? Which one's going to win? It's up to you guys. And remember to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we will catch you guys next time.
See ya.
Peace.